welcome back to another video. So since the new UI came out in Dead by Daylight and everyone hates it, I think I can make a better UI. And I honestly want to get your thoughts on my new UI. So I'm going to take you through the entire process of making a new UI, and I want to know if it's better or not. So first of all, you're going to want your, your survivors, right? So whatever your 4 survivors are in the game, and keep it in a nice simple spot. So I say probably top left seems like the best spot for putting a UI. I mean, I don't know about you, but I would love my UI for the survivors in the top left corner. Next up, you're going to probably want your perks. Your perks is probably the most simple spot is going to be in the bottom right. Now, next up is going to be your 5 gens remaining, or how many gens you have left. Honestly, I think the best spot to put it would be right up here in the top. If the program lets me do it. There we go. Nice and big, so you always know that you have 5 gens, or 4 gens, or 3 gens, or however many gens you have. Next up, you're probably going to want some tips and tricks on who the killer is and how you verse against them. So I think something like you are going against the Trapper. Be sure to look out for traps. Something like that, and I say that should go in the top right corner, just so you always have an idea of who you're going against and how to verse them. Next up, you may want some type of alerts. So if there's ever a problem with the game or just general alerts, I think Dead by Daylight should tell you, like, hey, by the way, it may have some bugs. And honestly, this is a pretty important thing, so I say put it right in the middle. So if there's ever a bug, I think it should be a nice big old text. Here we go. And this should always be up, by the way. You should never have this down. Next up, you're probably going to want is some ads. So I think the ads are the best part because it entices you to buy aura cells and the new rift for Dead by Daylight. Like who doesn't want ads on their game? I think it should be nice and big, and honestly, I think it should cover the amount of gens that you have, so you don't actually know the amount of gens that you have. Next up, you're probably going to want perk description on all your perks. So I think a nice big box of your perk description, I don't know, let's just set it over here, down here, yeah. You might be covering one of the survivors or 2 of the survivors, but that's okay. I honestly think knowing what perks you have is way more important than knowing what survivors you have and if they're dead or not. Next up is whenever you get points, so like your points like distraction or generator repairs or stuff like that, you're probably going to want it nice and big. Like I'd say probably right here, just so you know you're getting those points. Because, I mean, who doesn't want to know their points? And last up, you're probably going to want to see your item and what items you bring. And I can't think of a great spot for putting this, so I'm going to say let's put it right under your tips and tricks for Against the Killer. And honestly, altogether, I think this looks like a really good UI. I'll show it up on the screen now. Here is a better version of the UI at full 4K imaging. Even though I didn't upload this or render it at 4K, it's going to be 4K. Honestly, I think this is going to be the best change. And if the devs are listening to this video, I hope everyone sends the devs this video. Because the devs, I don't think we've ever had a update where the devs haven't listened to our ideas for the game and haven't implemented it almost instantly. I can't think of a single update where the devs would do something that we didn't like, and we told them we didn't like it, and they changed it instantly. I know the devs are very transparent with their community. They love making changes and making survivors and killers happy, and overall letting the community know that, hey, we're listening to you. So I hope you guys send over this video to the devs, just so the devs know I think this would be the best UI change. Now, obviously, if you have any additions, I would gladly like to hear you know. I mean, you can't get better than perfect, but if you have any additions, go ahead and leave it in the comments below, and yeah, I hope you like the new UI.